I'm Amos. You know, my friend Andy had quite an experience last week. He went up to see his dentist up on the 12th floor of the Lennox building, and then in the self-service elevator on the way down.
Ground floor, please. What happened?
Well, I think it looked like...
Hello.
Well, what happened?
I think the motor done conked out.
Oh, good heavens, we'll be trapped here for hours. Do something. Call for help, please. Call for help, please.
Call for help? Yeah, I'll do that. Help! 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 Help!
Local character trap 4 hours with beauty contest winner. The boy don't seem to be too unhappy about it there, though, do we, Henry?
Yes, me and Mrs. Van Porter was talking about that this morning. The talk around town that for the first 2 hours, every time the fireman throwed Andy a rope, he throwed it right back.
Well, I tell you, Henry, that's one gal Andy ain't gonna mess with. Cause no old man like that gonna be foolish enough to chase after no young gal.
Hiya, kid.
Holy smoke! Andy!
How do I look?
Andy, you look like a genuine college co-ed.
Oh, boy.
But Andy, you ain't really serious about courting this young gal, is you?
Kingfish, I was never more serious in my life. Henry, a match.
Well, Andy didn't let age stand in his way. And for the next week, he really rushed that gal Brenda. Movies, theater, dinner, little walks in the park.
Better?
Uh-huh.
Got her much, Bud? Cold now?
Mm-mm.
Thanks.
Oh, Andy, isn't it a lovely night? And aren't all the stars so beautiful?
Yeah, but you make all the stars seem dim, my sweet patootie. It went out.
Yeah, the new one this morning. Must be a live follicle there. Kingfish! Oh, boy, oh, boy. What are you so happy about, boy?
Kingfish, I done popped the question to Brenda this morning, and she done recepted me. And the party nuptials is all set for next Wednesday.
Well, well, well. So you're going to get married. Welcome to the ranks of the living dead.
Kingfish, I'm as happy as a lark. I got a ring here and everything. Look.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the thing there. But the only thing, Andy, ain't Brenda a little young for you, a gal only 21?
What you mean, young? This is true love, Kingfish, and age don't make no difference. After all, remember what Shakespeare said? East is east, and west is west, and you're all right as long as the trains don't meet.
Well, if Shakespeare said stuff like that, I wouldn't put too much stock in it. Well, it looked like old Dan Cupid done gapped another flounder. You know, Andy, you gone with a lot of gals since I knowed you.
Oh, yeah.
A regular Don Juan Capistrano.
Well, they Fluorescent Jackson. Abigail Simpson. T.C. Lamar. Miss Blue.
Yeah. How's me, Miss Blue?
You know, I'll never forget the day she walked into the old Fresh Air taxi cab office. I says to her, Miss Blue, I'm sorry, Miss Blue. You can't type and you can't take shorthand. You don't know nothing about filing. We just can't use you.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, excuse me. Miss Blue,
Yes, Mr. Bell?
could you come to work next Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kingfish, she sure was some gal. Senorita Butterfly.
Uh-oh. What's the matter, Henry?
The fascinating widow, Madam Queen.
Madam Queen, the big romance in your life. I'll never forget the time she sued you for breach of promise.
In other words, Madam Queen, Andy Brown did actually propose to you.
Proposed to me? Why, this year alone, that weasel proposed to me 137 times.
137 times in 1 year?
Yes, indeed, and it would have been more than that if we'd been going steady. I tell you, it was just like this.
Yeah, Kingfish, that was a lot of years ago.
Has you ever heard from the dainty creature since?
Oh, a couple of years after the trial, she done mailed me a Christmas present. But the post office department got the fuse out in time. Last time I heard from her, though, she was living down in Georgia with her 2 kids. Oh, but that was all water over the dam and everything. Well, Kingfish. There goes my pass. Kingfish, from now on, Brenda is the only gal in my life, past, present, or future.
Well, you got an eye for beauty, all right. I wish my eyesight had been that good when I got married, and I never would have stigmatized myself into what I got.
That's right, Mama. The wedding is this Wednesday. And I want you to get up to New York just as soon as you can. Uh-huh. Oh, he's the most wonderful man, Mama. But I won't tell you a thing about him till you get here. Uh-huh. How long ago was it, Mama, you were in New York?
Years ago, honey. Of course, in those days, I was known as Madam Queen.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, when nobody can deny. He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
My daughter, you have a lovely apartment here.
You like it, Mama?
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I see you still have my picture here on the piano.
I sure have.
Now, daughter, tell me all about this young man of yours.
Well, Mama's like this. He's coming up this evening, but I won't tell you a thing about him till you meet him.
All right.
Let me get on you just talk some questions, Mama.
I'd kind of like to make this call in private. It's to someone I knew a long time ago, a man.
A man, Mama?
Uh-huh. It's somebody I never told you and your brother anything about. He jilted me years ago, and I can just thank my lucky stars that you ain't had the misfortune to meet a man like this. He was lazy, he wouldn't work, and he was nothing but an all-round loafer.
Well, Mama, if he's this terrible, why in the world are you calling him up?
Well, honey, going with a man like this is like riding on a roller coaster. When you're riding on it, you know it ain't doing you no good. But when it's all over, you sure know you did someplace.
I
There we are, sir.
Hey, this wedding really gonna be super fishy.
Oh, yeah. You know, her mama's in town. I gotta meet her tonight. Well, I'll have this back tomorrow for the final fitting, Mr. Brown.
Well, Andy, next Wednesday afternoon you goes down the aisle. I never thought I'd see the day that you'd walk the last mile, son.
Yeah. Don't worry about me, Kingfish. Everything is gonna be smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. Probably Brenda. Hello?
Don't you hello me, you no-good loafer. I called you up to give you a good piece of my mind. I ain't forgot what you done to me.
Excuse me for protruding, but who is that speaking up to here? You ain't got the wrong number, is you?
Andy Brown, don't you know who this is?
I don't recognize the voice, but the snarl is familiar.
This is the woman you jilted years ago. This is the woman you took presents and money from and then run out on.
Holy smoke. Senorita Butterfly.
It is not. This happens to be Madam Queen.
Oh, no.
Say, the party you were talking to just fell flat on his kisser. Is there anything I can do?
This is Madam Queen. Lift that bum up and put it back on this phone.
Now look here, Madam Queen. That boy don't want you bothering him. That's all done and over with. And on top of that, he's getting nutulated up with someone of this generation. Now look here, Madam Queen. You can't talk to me like that. If you come around here, I'll fix you. I'll have my wife punch you right in the nose.
Boys, what is I going to do? If Madam Queen finds out I'm going to get married to Brenda, she's going to nip the nuptials.
Listen, Andy, the best thing for you to do is to go ahead with the wedding to Brenda. Now, Madam Queen can do a lot of hollering, but once he's married, ain't nothing she can do.
You is right, Amos. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hear just like nothing done happened. Tonight, I'm going over and meet Brenda's mama, and this time tomorrow, I'll be safe behind the iron curtain of matrimony. Come on.
Well, Andy, you're all set to meet your mama.
Yeah, I guess like in the army, I got to pass mustard. Well, thanks for coming up here, Kingfish, and giving me your immoral support. Hello, Brenda.
Hello, Andy. Come in.
Yeah. Brenda, allow me to present you up with my esteemed-up friend and business colleague, George Kingfish Stevens.
How do you do?
I'm glad to meet you.
Careful there, boy. Now, this is for you, Brenda.
Oh, Andy, you're so cute.
Oh, yeah. I was a dog, all right.
But I'm afraid I got a little disappointment for you. Mom isn't feeling too well. She's in the bedroom lying down.
Oh, that's a shame, Brenda. Nothing serious, I trust.
No, she had a terrible shock this afternoon. She made a telephone call, and when it was all over, she was in a terrible state.
Yeah, I had quite a shock on the phone myself today, didn't I, Kingfish?
Yeah, that telephone's a dangerous instrument, all right.
I'll go and see if Mama come in and say hello.
Do that, honey. I was just dying to meet her.
Yeah, wheel her in here.
That's a nice place, you ain't Kingfish?
Yeah, flowers, pictures, and everything.
Hey, Kingfish. Some of the family must have been hunting in the jungle. There's a picture of a rhinoceros on the piano there.
That's funny. This rhinoceros is wearing a brooch.
Yeah.
That's a woman. Seems to me I've seen that face someplace before. That ain't Loncini in disguise, is it?
Kingfish, this is Madam Queen. What in the world would Brenda be doing with a picture of Madam Queen?
To my dear daughter Brenda, from Mother.
Kingfish, now I remember. Before I met her, Madam Queen was married to somebody named Thompson, and she had 2 children. Kingfish, Brenda is her daughter.
Well, this is the first time ever I heard of a peacock having a vulture for a mother.
Kingfish, we got to get out of here fast.
And how?
Mama, they're right this way. Gentlemen, I'd like... That's funny. I wonder where they could have gone. He left his hat here.
Honey, is this young man of yours by any chance named Andy Brown?
Why, yes, Mama. Why?
Honey, you and I have got to have a long, long talk.
Now, my dear Miss Thompson, do you mean to tell me this scoundrel who jilted you 10 years ago is now trifling with the affections of your daughter?
I sure do. And I don't intend to have that weasel get away with it this time.
Now, calm yourself.
You know, Andy, this is the best thing that's done ever happened to you.
Here's your asking, sir.
Put it over there on the table, Layton, and leave us alone. We don't want to be disturbed.
Yeah. Explain to me, Kingfish, how is the best thing that ever done happened to me?
Well, take Brenda. She young and a beautiful gal. But don't forget, Andy, when you met Madam Queen 20 years ago, she was a knockout, too.
Kingfish, you mean to say that Brenda may someday look like her mama?
Well, that's the way it is with women, Andy. Erosion sets in right before your eyes. That's all with a young pippin, and the first thing you know, you ain't got nothing but an old tomato.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate with my wife, Tapper. I didn't have to worry about erosion. She was pretty well eaten up when I got a hold of her.
You is right, Kingfish. Brenda turning out to look like her mama. What kind of a married life would I have?
Well, you're off the hook now, Andy. And Madam Queen ain't gonna let you marry her daughter nohow. Or the worst thing that done happened to you, you were stuck with a long-tailed coat.
Yeah, and I ain't paid for that anyway.
Lighten, go away. Leave us alone. Me and Andy just talking here about how lucky he is that he don't have to marry the daughter of that old walrus, Madam Queen. Now,
Andy Brown, I'm here to tell you that the wedding is going on as scheduled. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, you and my daughter's going to get married.
now wait a minute.
Wait a minute, nothing. Me and Brenda's talked this over, and if I can't have you, she's going to have you.
I know, but...
Tomorrow, Brenda will be Mrs. Andrew H. Brown.
Oh, Andy.
Andy Brown! You come back here, you trifler!
After Andy got away from Madam Queen, he really went into hiding. So Andy wasn't taking no chances at all.
Calhoun, it seems as though nobody can find Andy. But with him in hiding, me and you is going to get Madam Queen off Andy's neck.
Well, explain what's got to be done, because I always like to know what I'm doing when I'm doing it.
Calhoun, me and you is going to tell Madam Queen that our dear brother Andy done departed this vale of tears, and he is now sojourning in the great beyond.
Now, wait a minute, King.
And the sinister thing, you is going to be the undertaker.
Is you sure you weren't following him?
Oh, Andy, this ain't no place for you to be hiding.
Listen, Amos, if I shows my face on the street, Madam Queen and that bulldog lawyer is going to throw me right in the clink.
But, Andy, you ain't broke no laws. The thing to do is to go to Madam Queen and tell her you just ain't gonna marry her daughter.
You know, Amos, I think you're right. I'm going over to the lodge hall and get the kingfish. We'll both go up and see Madam Queen. What time you got, Amos?
Oh, it's about 5 minutes to 2.
Well, let's go. We ought to get over to the lodge hall about 2:30.
Yeah.
Madam Queen.
Come in, Madam Queen. Better lock up here, for we don't want to be disturbed at a time like this.
I came as soon as I got your message. I can't believe it. Oh, Andy gone.
Yeah, Madam Queen. We put our dear beloved brother Andy away this morning. And this is the gentleman here that packed the box.
You buried Andy Brown.
Well, it was dead. Wasn't much else we could do with it.
Lord, I can hardly believe it.
Yeah, it happened fast, all right. Me and brother Andy was in the restaurant down the street, eating the $1.25 blue plate. When all at once rigor mortis hit him, and he toppled right over into the chicken croquette. But one consolation that happened there to Andy to me, and we had the comfort of knowing that he went on a full stomach. But you know what some people say? He gone, but someday he may come back. I wasn't expecting this soon, though.
What was that?
I didn't hear nothing. Did you, Calhoun?
Not me. I didn't hear nothing.
I didn't hear that neither. I distinctly heard something.
Now, Madam Queen, you take it out the back door, yeah?
Kingfish, let me in.
Oh, good heavens, that sounds like Andy.
Well, what do you know about that? The dear departed brother trying to contact us from the great beyond.
Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, we can't have nothing like this. Our dear departed brother who's trying to contact us from the great beyond, please go away.
Let me in.
Go away, beat it.
Kingfish.
Get lost, you bum.
Kingfish.
Oh, dear.
Hey, Kingfish, let us in.
How you like that? He done brought a friend with him. Only going on around.
Now, wait a minute here.
Get out the way.
Madam Queen, wait a minute.
Listen, Rip, if you and I could take a stand by for action.
The park sure is pretty this time of year, ain't it, Andy?
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is a nice spot right here, too.
Yeah, it's nice to get out of that hospital. It's been 3 weeks since Madam Queen went to work on me.
Now, take it easy, Andy.
I tell you something, Amos. This has all done happened to me on account of women. And you can mark my words and mark them again. I ain't never going to look at another woman as long as I live.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, son.
Yeah.
Oh, no.